I did prepare a short 45-minute speech. That's it. But turns out we had some excellent orators today in both Chase and Ash. In fact, I want to get your contact information afterwards because anytime I need something important, I think I'll have the two of you do it. Ashley, that was a very beautiful and inspiring and Bible-worthy lesson. I mean, you talked a lot about the New Testament and the different examples of baptism, and a lot of those, if we read in that, they were just people like you and I, like you said, John, his cousin. Like, you don't need a title, I don't need a title. The only title, right, would be son or daughter of Christ, right? Amen. That's the only thing we want. Other than that, again, really, she did a great job, and so did Chase. So the only thing I'd like to maybe say or suggest, I don't know everybody's background here, right? I don't know what your opinion is, what your walk is, or absent thereof. And I'm not here to judge. I'm not here to, do anything like that. I would like to retweet. I'd like to jump on what Ashley said, though. One of the things that early on, Chase and I, when we were talking about God and religion, the main focus, I would say, and he can correct me if I'm wrong, was it's a religion. It's a set of rules. Do this, don't do that. You're bad. There's all these markers. There's all these tests that you have to do, right? And one of the things early on, and I said, I get it. Christianity, just like a lot of other organizations, has screwed up a lot. They've hurt a lot of people. They've tried. There's intent there. But there's been pain. There's been mistakes. And I think if you're willing, as Chase was, I would suggest the most important thing is find out who God is first, right? And that's one of the things I encourage Chase. Don't worry about trying to be good enough or argue the right points. There have been people doing that for thousands of years, philosophers and theologians discussing and arguing the merits of God and religion and faith. I would say, again, it's just an encouragement. What I've seen, again, Chase do beautifully is he set out to see what that relationship meant. And when you have a relationship with somebody, you desire to honor them. All of us here have some type of relationship, whether it be mother, father, grandfather, uncle, aunt, or friend, right? And in our heart of hearts, we do hurt, but we strive for that relationship. And as that relationship develops, that's when, you look into the Bible, the author of relationship, the author of love and peace. And so again, just as an encouragement to anybody here that may wonder, what this is about. Some people think it's very religious or it's very prescribed actions and it's ornamental. But this isn't. This is exactly what Ashley very well put. This is Chase just doing an outward expression of what he feels like inside. And it's a beautiful thing. Mm-hmm. Just as parents hug their children, it's an outward expression of love. And that's what Chase is doing today. And I tell you what, y'all, I can't be more honored. I've been a little sick to my stomach, believe it or not, most of the morning. I've been reading over. I do actually have notes. Because this is an amazing thing. It's not easy. You look at today's society, today's world, even in history, right? A lot of action isn't really out of love. It really isn't professing something good. It's my right is better than your right. I don't like you. You drive the wrong car. You don't have a big enough house. But this is one of those things that I would argue are few and far in between that we can experience in life. And that is an outward expression of faith, right? And honestly, he could do this with just me and him or him and Ashley and no one else here. It's still as important. Good catch. It's still as important, that outward expression. The beautiful thing, though, is he does get to share it with family. And so thank you again for letting me be a part of that. And I think we're ready.
Think we're ready?
Yeah.
Only thing I'll mention on that, because it's something I wish I said in my testimony, is the biggest piece of advice this man ever gave me and what I listen to the most is, when I was interrogating him, he said...
It was an interrogation.
It was an interrogation. That's a fact. I'm glad we both have covered that. That's a fact. He said, everything that I'm talking about when I was questioning God and religion, he said, you're looking at God from a society perspective. And he said you need to take God out of that box and just put God on his own plane. And the moment that I did that, I think that's when the seeds planted. And I don't think that would have happened without Matt. So thank you so much for doing this. It's an honor to have you doing this for me. I can get on anybody better.
Just a vessel.
I'll
Happy
follow
to do
you.
One thing on that I also forgot to mention in mine, had it written down,
We're all doing it.
is so Christianity is, if you look at all the religions of the world, Christianity is the only one that doesn't have a do this and I will love you type of God. It is a I love you, and then you have the heart change and end up, doing X, Y, and Z. It's the only place where you don't have to earn your spot.
That's right. It's in spite of what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Amen. Yeah.